Imagine waking before sunrise with yesterday's sweat still sealed against your skin. Not because you are careless, but because clean clothing is expensive, water is heavy, and heat costs fuel. Your shirt is no longer just fabric. It is a record of work, smoke, rain, spilled grease, stale bedding, and every room you were forced to share. In the modern world, clothing can disappear into a machine. In much of the past, washing meant hauling water, heating it, scrubbing by hand, boiling linen, rinsing, drying, and waiting. So you learn the first rule of survival. The garment closest to your skin matters most. If that layer fails, your whole body begins to fail with it. Historians warn against the simple myth that everyone was always filthy. People washed faces, hands, linen, bedding, and bodies when they could. But poverty narrowed every choice. You do not own a wardrobe. You own layers. A shirt, stockings, rough outer clothes, maybe a coat. Lose one, tear one, or foul one, and there may be no replacement. The city around you breathes smoke. Streets hold mud, dung, ash, spilled beer, fish scraps, and rainwater. Your hems drag through it before the day has begun. By the time you reach work, the fabric has absorbed the morning. Damp wool grows heavy. Linen sticks. Seams begin to bite into the same places they irritated yesterday. You tell yourself you will wash soon, but the pump is crowded. The fire is low. Soap costs money, and the room where you sleep has nowhere clean to dry anything. This is where discomfort becomes danger. Warmth keeps you alive, but trapped warmth feeds sweat. Sweat softens skin. Softened skin breaks. Broken skin invites infection. Now the test becomes intimate. You feel it under the arm, behind the knee, at the waist, around the collar, places where cloth never stops moving. A small scratch is not small here. There is no antiseptic routine waiting at home, no clean towel from a cabinet, no automatic wash before morning. If you scratch too hard, you open the skin. If you do not scratch, the itching climbs until sleep becomes impossible. Either choice costs you something. Night does not rescue you. Bedding may be old straw, shared blankets, damp boards, or a rented corner in a crowded room where other bodies bring their own troubles. Vermin were not just a punchline of history. Fleas, lice, and bedbugs were common enough to shape daily habits, household fears, and the way people managed bedding and clothing. But in this video, the enemy is not a monster. It is the ordinary system around you. Low wages, scarce fuel, crowded housing, expensive cloth, and endless labor. You begin to understand why linen mattered. Inner garments could absorb sweat and be washed more often than heavy outer clothes. Clean linen became comfort, status, and defense. But if you are poor, even that defense may be thin. One shirt drying by the fire means one body waiting cold. Cleanliness competes with survival. Laundry is not a button. It is a day of pain. Soaking overnight, scrubbing over wood, boiling cloth, rinsing again, wringing until hands ache, drying before mildew wins. In winter, washing can punish you twice. The clothes must be cleaned, but wet fabric in a cold room is a threat of its own. You watch steam rise from a pot and know the truth. Clean clothes require heat, and heat requires fuel, and fuel requires money you may need for bread. Every decision becomes a calculation. Do you wash the shirt, mend the tear, save the soap, dry the stockings, or keep the coat on because the room is freezing? The coat is the worst and most precious layer. It shields you from wind, rain, and shame. But heavy wool is difficult to wash and slow to dry. So the outer garment carries the street. Smoke, animal grease, market dirt, workshop dust, and the smell of rooms with no fresh air settle into it. People around you notice. Clothing is not private. Stained linen, dirty cuffs, and sour smells mark poverty in public before you can say a word. Survival is social now. A foul garment can cost work, trust, lodging, or charity. The danger is not only disease. It is being seen as unclean. You try to air your clothes near a window, but the window opens to soot and fog. Outside is not clean. It is only larger. You beat dust from fabric. You brush mud from hems. You shake bedding. You hang layers near smoke and hope the smell hides worse smells beneath it. Some people used herbs, scents, airing, washing, brushing, and frequent changes of linen when possible. These were not foolish habits. They were survival tools. But when clothing is worn too long, the fabric begins to change. It stiffens in places. It shines with grease. It rubs harder. It holds the body hostage. The collar becomes a ring. The waistband becomes a saw. Stockings trap dampness around the feet until the skin whitens and splits. Your feet matter more than pride. A blister can slow you. A crack can fester. A worker who cannot walk may not earn, and a day without earnings can become hunger. This is why the story of dirty clothing is not just disgusting. It is economic. Cloth, time, soap, water, fuel, and space all decide what your skin must endure. In a crowded city, disease moves through bodies, rooms, bedding, and garments. Early modern people often feared that fabric could hold dangerous airs or contamination. They did not understand microbes as modern medicine does. But they saw patterns, sickness in rooms, smells in bedding, pests in seams, and illness spreading where people crowded together. The survival choice is cruel. Strip off the dirty layer and you may freeze. Keep it on and your skin suffers. Wash it and you may have nothing dry to wear. If rain comes, the whole problem deepens. Damp cloth cools the body, loosens grime, and turns every seam into a cold line across your skin. You stand under a leaking roof and feel the garment pulling heat away. The body has no romance about history. It only asks for warmth, dryness, and rest. In the morning, you inspect the damage. A red patch, a raw place, a seam crusted with salt, a smell you can no longer escape because you live inside it. Then work begins again. The mill, the market, the yard, the field, the dock. Every setting adds its own layer to the same clothes. Cold dust blackens cuffs. Flour clings to sleeves. Fish brine stiffens aprons. Tallow and oil sink deep. The fabric becomes an archive of labor. And still, you cannot simply throw it away. Clothing carries value. A garment may be pawned, repaired, inherited, stolen, resold, or worn until it nearly fails. That value changes the psychology of survival. You protect the garment even when the garment hurts you, because without it you lose warmth, modesty, and position. When washing day finally arrives, the body does not rest. It works harder. Water must be carried. Pots must be watched. Cloth must be lifted heavy and hot. Your hands redden in soap and lye. Steam fills the room. The air grows thick. Cleanliness, before machines, could feel like another dangerous job. If the water is dirty, the rinse fails. If drying is too slow, mildew begins. If the cloth is scorched, torn, or lost, the solution becomes another crisis. For families, the work multiplies. Bedding, shirts, shifts, stockings, towels, aprons, cloths for sickness. Each one demands time from people already exhausted. That is why a clean layer could feel like mercy. Fresh linen against the skin changed posture, mood, smell, and dignity. It was not luxury. It was relief. But relief never lasted long. One shift at work, one crowded bed, one rainy walk, and the body began writing itself into the fabric again. The episode's horror is quiet. No battlefield, no sinking ship, just a body trapped in its own covering, waiting for dirt to become damage. Could you train yourself not to scratch? Could you sleep while your skin burned? Could you face the street knowing your clothes announced your poverty first? Could you work another day in a garment that kept you warm, kept you decent, and slowly made your own body feel like enemy territory? The past did not always attack with weapons. Sometimes it attacked through inconvenience repeated so often that it became normal. A basin too small, a fire too weak, a shirt too worn, a room too damp. These are not details. They are the machinery of everyday survival. And every night, when you peel back one layer, you learn how much history was lived at skin level, where pain has no audience and no monument. If you had money, help, fuel, linen, space, and time, you had defenses. If you had none of them, your clothing could become a trap you carried everywhere. By now, the question is no longer whether the past was dirty. The question is whether you could make intelligent choices inside a world built against cleanliness. Would you wash and risk cold? Keep warm and risk infection? Save soap for sickness? Spend fuel on water instead of food? Every answer leaves a mark. This was survival without spectacle, a private war between skin, fabric, poverty, weather, and exhaustion. And if you had to wear the same clothes tomorrow, and the next day, and the next, with no guarantee of relief, could you survive this?